Boom Chanka, how's it going everyone? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another live stream for you. Today it's of course a pre-season game, International Champions Cup game between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United at Shanghai Stadium in China. So obviously it's a very important, very interesting game of football because this is our toughest test so far. Spurs are obviously a very good team on the back of a Champions League final, and also just a sort of more solid team than Manchester United right now. So this is an important yardstick to see what work Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's done. I'm a bit pissed off about the lineup, so I'll be brutally honest. I'm very disappointed with Ole. Why is Ashley Young captain? Why have we got Chris Smalldong playing? Is he really going to feature for us? This is a big game against Spurs here. And he started with Young and Smalling. That is negative, man. That is negative. Surely these players are at best backup players. Why waste our time? Why waste our time playing a 33-year-old Ashley Young who's just going to be a backup this season, and Chris Smalling, who we all know is absolutely gash-tastic, and definitely we need a replacement. Why use him in a game like this? The only real good thing about the lineups today is that Spurs equally have fielded a subpar team. That's what I'd say. Obviously, both managers are experimenting here. I'm not too happy, of course, about the lineup, but there you go. What do you guys think about it? Let me know. Get your comments in below. As you can see here, the starting 11 of Manchester United. I'll just run it down for you. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Let me know if I am. De Gea in goal, of course. Wan-Bissaka. We've got Smalling, Rojo at centre-back, another questionable one. Ashley Young, captain. Just McTominay, yes. Pereira, yes. Pogba, he's playing in there. Expect a big game from him today. I hope so anyway. Greenwood, James and Martial. So, you know, it's an interesting one from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Not too sure what he's trying to do. Spurs are starting 11. You know, they've got Gazzaniga, Walker-Peters, Tanganga, Vertonghen, Georgiou, Harry Winks, Sissoko and Ndombele. Want to watch out for new side in. Hopefully he's not going to hurt us today. Dele Alli, Parrott and Kane is their captain. So I'd still say their team's looking better than United's, even though they've got a couple of youngsters in there, a couple of young lads. United are playing a 4-2-3-1. We've got Ashley Young left back and Andreas Pereira's playing sort of in the hole there behind Anthony Martial up top. James is playing left wing. Greenwood is looking like by this lineup shown on the screen here that Greenwood will be playing out on the right. So McTominay, Pogba, the holding midfielders. Let's see what happens. Spurs are playing what looks to be more of a 4-3-3 or a 4-1-2-1-2 if you like. Parrott and Kane up top. Dele Alli in behind. Sissoko and Ndombele in behind them in the wide positions. Harry Winks is the holding midfielder. They've got Vertonghen and Tanganga centre backs. Georgiou left back and Peters right back with Gazzaniga in goal. So not a strong Spurs team by any means, is it? I mean, that's a very beatable Spurs team. But if you look at the players that United have got out there, man, it's shit. Anyway, everybody who's tuning in, please chuck a like on this video. Get your thoughts in. Hope you're enjoying the cheesy Shanghai background today here. And hopefully it doesn't look too ridiculous. But there we go. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in for this live stream. I want to give a shout out here to the first commenters. Richard James comments Red Army. Good lad. Gungshi, Gashley Dung at left back. What the F? I know, Gungshi. What an absolute calamity of a decision that is. Why? Is Luke Shaw injured? Even if Luke Shaw is injured, stick Dallow there. Let's have a bit of Dallow action at left back. He's supposed to be versatile. Good young lad. Give him some opportunities. Give him some experience. You know, this isn't an absolutely must-win game. Evidently not by the shite team selection that Ole Gunnar's put out there. Yeah, Gungshi elaborates. Smalldong Rojo in defence is a bit dubious. A bit dubious, mate. Crikey. It's a bit freaking Kettering Town is what it is. Alex Rudd in the house says, have a good stream. I don't think he's able to tune in. He's working. Have a good day at work, mate. But thanks so much for stopping by and wishing us luck on the stream. Richard says, what is Ole thinking? I don't know what he's done here, to be fair. I mean, it's a strange one. Why wouldn't you just do a bit more of what we did in the last game? You know, put a strong team out there, but one that actually is going to start the season. I don't understand gifting opportunities at this stage to players like Smalling and Young. It's crazy. And even Rojo to an extent. Okay, we want to see a bit from Rojo. Maybe Rojo's not finished at United. He's been decent here and there. Versatile, utility defender. But in a game like this at centre-back, I just don't see it. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Thank you for your comment, Richard. Ian T comments, pleased with the midfield and front line. Not happy with the Deadwood in defence. Absolutely. It's a shocking defensive lineup, as you can see at the bottom of the screen here. Barnes says, what's the lineups? Check it out at the bottom of the screen. We've got a comment from Barnes who says, get a haircut. I am going to get a haircut soon. It is shocking, man. And where it's really hot and I get sweaty, you just find random strands like sticking out all over the place. It's not a good look for me. Ed Peddle, great to see Ashley Young getting some minutes. Obviously playing a big part in this club for years to come. Seriously, play a 15-year-old for F's sake. Well, yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of ridiculous, but he has actually been a decent servant to the club over the years, but he's had his day. He's 33 now. We've seen over the last season or so, he's just not good enough. He's probably a decent backup player just to have around, someone with experience who can come in if you've got injury problems and things like that, but to actually be starting this lad, I mean, to be starting Ashley Young against Spurs in this International Champions Cup as captain at left back, I mean, come on, Ollie. Buster B, how are you doing, my friend? Leon Martin, Leppy comments. Oh, he's just after a link. One moment, having a problem with my green screen. That's fine, it's alright. Shanghai's just fallen down upon me. Let me just see if I can sort this out. Okay, sorry about that. Probably saw a bit too much there. It's probably going to fall down again. Basically, I need to sort this out. I've got gaffer taped to the wall, and it's probably not. It's not man enough for the job, is it? Evidently, so it is going to fall down somewhere during the stream. Anyway, by the way, the game's underway, so it's kicked off. It's now 23 minutes into the game. Hope you're all good and hope you're all tuning in, watching along with me. Sorry, 30 seconds into the game. 32 seconds now. Tottenham versus Manchester United. Tottenham passing it around the back at the moment. Bit of comedy green screen action at the start there. Do you know what I mean? Barnes says, love the low budget show. Yeah, it definitely is a low budget show, my friend. There's no doubt about that. It's so low budget that the background just falls down periodically throughout the stream. Crazy. Stephen Shorrock says, bit like my decorating that. Nice one, Stephen. Quality lad. Oh, and there's just been a foul committed on Parrott, was it? No. A minute, 10 seconds gone in the game. Come on, United. It's important, really. Just not only for bragging rights, but also just as a measuring stick to see where we're at for the start of the season. Because Spurs are obviously a good team. They're well drilled under Pochettino. They know what they're doing, and they've got good players out there. Even if they have experimented also today, they do have some really good players on the pitch for a start. Harry Kane up top there. David De Gea with the ball here. Minute 50 seconds into the game. And by the way, lads and lasses, I don't know if you know, but it's like 30 degrees down south at the moment here. 30 degrees, okay? I'm absolutely sweating. I'm going to sweat a lot during this game. I'm telling you that, just as a warning now. I could already see the shimmer on my face. Shauno53, shout out to you, my friend. Morning to you, buddy. Thanks very much for stopping by. 2 minutes, 25 seconds gone. Come on then, United. This is the worst start to a game ever. Spurs has passed it around. David De Gea throws it out now to wan-bissaka at right back. Pops it into Pogba. Pogba back to Bissaka. And we've relinquished possession. Who was that gave the ball away? That was a shambles. Alex Rudd, I thought you were working, buddy. He says, where's the aircon? Nobody's got aircon in England, mate. What do we need aircon for? I mean, maybe the super rich do. But it's literally hot 2 weeks of the year. Every other time, we need the opposite of aircon, okay? That's why we don't have aircon, because we don't need it, apart from a few days of the year like now, which I would really love to have some aircon right now. But Nobody's got aircon, buddy. Crikey. Come on, lads. This is it. This is important. Oh, Anthony Martial with an opportunity. Oh, left-footed strike to the, and he hits the right post. My days, what a great bit of football that was. I think it was Daniel James with the run forward. I could be wrong. But somebody's picked the ball up. They made a great run. They've played the ball into Anthony Martial. And Anthony Martial has struck the right post. Absolutely fantastic shot. But unfortunately, obviously kept up by the woodwork. But that was a tremendous move from United. And Anthony Martial looking good with his movement. Looking good with his confidence up top there. In that sort of striker role. A lot of people have been calling for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to trial Anthony Martial at striker there. See how he gets on. He's got all the attributes to be a good finisher, be a good striker there. That was a very good opportunity from the lad. Unfortunately, kept out by the post. Alex Rincon, how you doing, mate? Thanks for stopping by. TFC, Stipmeister, how you doing, lads and lasses? Yeah, he says hits the post. Yasser HS, shout out to all you guys. There's even a Tottenham fan in here called Tottenham fan. Thank you very much for stopping by, mate. Much appreciated. Yes, do what Rincon says. Chuck a like on this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on throughout the game here. It's a misplaced pass from United there. And Spurs have a throw in. Just hit the 5-minute mark on the clock. If you guys can sync up, if you guys want to sync up, if you're unable to watch the game, I'll commentate the game for you. iPoddy24 comments, I love watching Man United lose. We don't deserve to win. Well, that's a bit of a strange attitude there. You a United fan, are you? Maybe we don't deserve to win, but you can't enjoy watching them lose. Do you know what I mean? Or are you being sarcastic? Okay, I see. Probably sarcasm there. Lost in translation. Oh dear. And there's been a coming together from Dele Alli. Pereira's not happy at all with Dele. Dele is a bit of a dirty bastard, really, isn't he? Good player. Oh, and he's completely gone through Aaron Wan-Bissaka there. It was hard but fair in my opinion there, but he has sort of gone through him. Look at this. It's a great run by Daniel James. This is the replay. Fantastic run by Daniel James. Great vision just to pass it into the path of Anthony Martial, who's making that drive and run from the left. Martial gets his head up, and he's so unlucky not to put that in the back of the net. It's fractions, you know, if it was just a couple of millimetres to the left, it ricochets in off the post, but it's come straight back off the post. Fantastic chance, though, for United early on. Anthony Martial showing good movement. James showing good vision there and execution. So that was some good, positive stuff. Marek Stachowski, how you doing, my friend? Stachowski, hope I said that right. He says, hey, just tuning in now, Pig. Thank you very much for tuning in there, Marek. Absolute legend. TFCHD says, great tackle, got the ball. I mean, it was a bit of a hard tackle. There's some people in here saying, you know, Stipmeister says, dirty Ali. Yasser says it's a friendly Ali. It's never going to be really a friendly, I don't think, when United are playing Spurs. But I hear you. Why go in that hard? It is just a friendly. But it was hard but fair. I mean, football has gone soft these days. From the angle that I saw that at, yeah, he's taken Aaron Wan-Bissaka out after getting the ball, after clearing the ball away, and he's just gone through him. There's no studs up or anything. It's fair in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's a great sprayed ball out to the right-hand side for United. Come on, get your head up, get the ball in. He does. Oh, it's cleared away by Spurs' defence there. It comes back out to Pogba on the edge of the area. Can he find the ball? No, he cannot, but he gets back hold of possession. Plays it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right. Oh, and it's a great ball into Andreas Pereira. Fantastic pass there. Oh, it's a good delivery into the box from a wide position by Wan-Bissaka, but Jan Vertonghen dealt with it very, very well. And Wan-Bissaka started this game once again very lively, getting down that right. Everybody knows about his defensive prowess, but in terms of attacking, he's pretty damn tasty as well going forward. So we've got to be excited with this prospect. Corner in by Pereira. Oh. Stip says, oh, hey Pig, are we paying 100 million for Harry Maguire? It hurts to say, but he's nowhere near as good as Virgil van Dijk, who cost the Scousers 80 million 1 year ago. we shouldn't pay any more than 80 million for him. I'm sorry, I want him. I think we do sort of need him right now, based on the players that are available to us in that position. We desperately need to strengthen. But 100 mil, no, not for Harry Maguire. Nah, mate, sorry. 80 million at most, that's a good deal. And I'm sorry, if he's not available, sure you can get another seasoned Prem player. Isn't Alderweireld available? I keep hearing about Alderweireld not wanting or not being likely to continue at Spurs there. So there's other options. If we have to pay more than 80 million for him, it's just not worth it. It really isn't worth it. That's the limit I would put on him. Really, he's a 60 million pound player in this transfer market, and that's crazy, but he is. But 80 million, we've got to pay a bit of an extra premium to get him, because obviously Leicester, they don't want to lose him. He's a big player for them. Why would they? He's coming into the best years of his career. And, you know, they don't really need to. It's not like the old days financially when the lower teams maybe couldn't quite compete with the top teams in that sense. Everyone gets like 100 mil a year at the start of the season from TV rights and things like that. Here comes Spurs with a chance. Oh dear, he's got a free shot and David De Gea makes the save. If not for a bit of poor finishing, that would have been 1-0 to Spurs there. Dele Alli with the shot, and it's poor defending. I mean, I sort of missed it there because I was rambling on. But Spurs, they just cut through us, and nobody's marking the run of Dele Alli there. That is poor. And I tell you something, that is shocking. Young's absolutely nowhere. Pogba's nowhere. Didn't see who was meant to be the defender covering there, who it was. Probably Buddy Smalling, because that was poor. He just didn't even see the run of Dele Alli and just let him go. Dele Alli's got a free shot, should be 1-0. It isn't, because it was struck pretty much right at De Gea. Still a good save from De Gea, but that's shocking. Defending right there, must say. Then we've got Spurs corner, David De Gea. Oh, it wasn't a corner. It's gone back into the box, and now David De Gea punches it away. Relinquish possession straight away back to Spurs here, and they're already putting on the pressure to United. This is not great, okay, so far. Defensively, that was a shambles. It really was. But what do you really expect when you just completely mix it up from game to game? And I know that's sort of maybe what you do in pre-season to find who your best players are and how they perform for you and that kind of thing. But still, we want to see a bit more solidity. Who's going to actually be starting the season? Let us know. Do you know what I mean? Let's see how they gel together. Give them time to play together. But no, we've got Rojo and Smalling at centre-back. It's crazy with Ashley Young at left-back. I mean, it sounds like a ropey defence. I'm not just writing us off just yet. Let's see how we do. But I much preferred the look of the defence last time. Even with Twanzebe in there, a young lad. He looked physically good, but he also looked quite comfortable. He looked good when he had Lindelof next to him, helping him out. And obviously, it does help when you've got wan-bissaka. But even that filled me with more confidence than Rojo and Smalling. George Mania comments, just a reminder, we have Son, Lucas, Ericsson and more on the bench. Yeah, for a good point. I mean, if you look at Spurs' starting 11, they've not put a great team out here. Have they? No, they have not. How weird does that look? The green screen has just crumbled behind me. It looks very, very bizarre. I could try and sort it out, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. Gungshi with a super chat. Thank you very much, Gungshi. He says our defense is slow. Our defense are slow, and slow midfield is going to cost us. Yeah. Here comes Man United with a chance. Oh, Martial with a little shot from the edge of the area. It's blocked away. Daniel James gets it back left mid. Ashley Young tries to play a clever little ball in, but there's too much on it to Anthony Martial. Gungshi, thank you very much for super chatting in there, my friend, and tuning in for this live stream. I totally agree. Our defence and slow midfield probably is going to cost us in this one. I mean, if you look at just what's been happening over the last few minutes, we do seem to be struggling with Spurs. And I think because we have got a lack of pace there, we've got a lack of solidity there. Pereira with a corner in for Manchester United, and it is dealt with by Spurs. They clear it away. Stipmeister says, talking about the budget Mr. Pink needs to spend on his setup. Absolutely, my friend, yes. I mean, I just need sort of like a curtain rail or something to hang this green screen on, don't I, really? Then it'll be all right, which isn't very much. That's what I need to do. I just thought gaffer taping it to the wall temporarily would work. But it hasn't done. There we go. Oh dear, we're giving the ball away left, right and centre. Spurs get it back in our third. They play it back to midfield, all the way back to the keeps. It looks like it's going to go, so they bottle jobbed it there. George Mania says, what city is that in the background? Mate, it's meant to be Shanghai. But at the moment, it's pretty hard to tell what's going on with it because it is actually a crumpled green screen, which I'll probably sort out at half time now. I don't know. I think you've probably seen my hind legs too much in this video already. Man United have got an opportunity here. Anthony Martial through on goal. Can he beat his defender? No, he cannot. It's good defending there. Daniel James takes it in. It's a foul. Daniel James is fouled, and it's a free kick just on the edge of the area to Manchester United there. It was definitely a foul. James won the free kick there. Let's have another look at the replay. Good chance here for United. Gungshi says, why isn't the hen joining in the chat? The turncoat. I don't know. He must not be able to watch the game right now because he said he couldn't do it. I'll try and get him a bit later for the post-match, but even then, I'm not sure if he's going to be around. So let's you know, see. Let's see if he can tune in after the game. Hopefully, we've beaten them. Let's see what we can do with this free kick then. It's 15 minutes, 2 seconds gone in the game. We've got a free kick. Great position just on the edge of the area. Spurs lucky for it not to be a, you know, not to be a penalty, really. Barnes says, what's your goal for this channel, Pig? I don't know, really. Just to grow it and interact with you guys and have a bit of fun. And, you know, just as long as it's always going in the right direction, then that's cool with me. I don't want 1 million subscribers or anything like that. I would like to get to maybe 100,000 one day. That'd be absolutely epic. Ashley Young, he's not going to take the free kick, is he? Let's see. Looks like Ashley Young standing over the ball. And he is going to take it. Oh, and it was a decent free kick, actually. But Gazaniga was equal to it, and he's it wasn't Beckham-esque, was it? Let's be honest now. What is Dele Alli doing with his hair as well? Like, I know I'm one to talk here. I mean, what is he actually doing? We've got a super chat from Nick Brown. Thank you very much for your super chat there, Nick. Says, you are awesome, Mr. Flying Pig, with 3 thumbs up. Thank you very much there, Nick, for getting involved with the live stream. Much appreciated. Loving everybody's input and stuff in the live chat. Keep them coming. Let me know your thoughts on what's going on in the game. And I will keep you up to date with what's going on if you're not able to watch as well. 16 minutes 55 gone on the clock. We've had a couple of opportunities in this game. We had that free kick chance there from Ashley Young, and Anthony Martial struck the post early on in the game if you're just joining us. Spurs had another really clear-cut opportunity with Dele Alli. It was a bit of poor defending which led up to that. Rincon says Ndombele is man-marking Pogba. Yassar says Ndombele any good, or has Pogba gone missing? Well, Ndombele is a good player, but let's just see. It's only 17 minutes. You know I like to get on Paul Pogba at any opportunity, but let's just see. It's only 17 minutes. Let's see what happens for the remainder of the half at least. But yeah, he is absolutely freaking frustrating, isn't he? Spurs knock it around nicely here, and they have got an opportunity. They're just on the edge of our area. Sissoko on the ball, plays it out to the right. Ball comes into the box, it's dealt with by United, and it is a foul on Pereira there to give a free kick to United. Alex Rudd back in the house, nice one, thank you for stopping by. The freaking green screen's fallen down, buddy. It looks whack. It looks whack. I was going to sort it out at half time, okay? David De Gea with the ball here. Come on. Come on, you beauties. Let's do something in this game here. Let's see a bit of quality here now. Let's see something from Daniel James. That's what I want to see. I want to see a good performance from Daniel James today. To be fair, he played in Martial for that chance really, really well. And De Gea just tries to find James with a pass. Unfortunately, it's just gone out of play. Oh, Rod says he saw it fall. Yeah, I know. I was a little bit annoyed. Let's put it that way. I just rolled with it. I'm rolling with it. Do you know what I mean? Everybody who is tuning in now, honestly, thank you for stopping by and getting involved, watching the game with me. You're a bunch of legends. Make sure you do chuck a like on this video, and I'll keep you up to date what's going on. Oh, come on, ref. There's nothing wrong with that. Parrot, you absolute little melt. Haven't seen much from Marcus Rojo in a United shirt for a while. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Like, is he still good? Was he ever that good? Could he still be good? Let's see. Let's actually see, because I've not seen too much from the lad in a United shirt over the years, but sometimes he's done all right for us. It's obviously part of the Argentina setup and stuff like that. Alex Rudd says, wrap it around yourself to disappear. I think I might do that. I could do that at half time, buddy. Because at the moment, it's sort of masking the sofa there. I don't know, let's do some weird stuff, actually, Alex. I like it. Oh, it's all stuck behind the sofa. Don't worry. Don't worry. Gash. Right, wan-bissaka with a throw in. Deep in Spurs' half here. 20 minutes, 33 seconds gone. Pereira on the ball. Interested to see the development of Andreas Pereira at United. He's one of those players that's been sort of on the fringe of trying to break into United's team for what seems like a long time now. It's a great bit of play by Pereira. Oh, get in there, my son. Come on, you beauty. What a freaking finish by Anthony Martial. That was a Thierry Henry-esque finish. Oh, I don't want to say that phrase again when I'm talking about Martial because we get carried away. But look, that was a great freaking finish. And Andreas Pereira, what a run, lad. What a pass. Great run from Andreas Pereira, just as I was talking about him. And he goes and does that. It was a fantastic bit of play from him. Great vision, great execution of the pass to find that run from Anthony Martial. He was definitely onside. Great run from Martial. And he's just slotted it near post past Gazzaniga. There's no way Gazzaniga should be getting beaten from there, really. But Anthony Martial, it's actually quite powerful. He's got a palm on it, but he's not able to save it. He's disappointed with himself, but Anthony Martial is absolutely loving it. Come on, you beauties. Get in there. Have some of that, Spurs, eh? Oh. Come on. I'll tell you what, Martial, he's 21 minutes gone. He's had two clear-cut opportunities, one of which hit the post, unlucky not to score. Great run, great execution. And the second chance has obviously finished off as a goal. And that was a great run and a lovely little finish as well. Maybe the keeper could have done better, you could argue, but still, positive stuff from Martial up top there. You know, there's people saying about Rashford as our striker, but you've got to remember Martial can evidently play there too and should be taken seriously there. So we've got options there. We've also got Greenwood. Do you know what I mean? Gungshi says, have some of that, Henry Hotspur. Get in there. TFC HD says, good goal. Rincon says, get in, Martial. Come on, my son. Have some of that. Where's that Tottenham fan now who was in the live chat earlier as well? Come on. Anyway, great finish. That was nice. That was a nice goal. And the thing is with Martial is he's one of those players, needs to step his freaking act up, doesn't he? Sort your freaking life out, Anthony Martial, because you've got all the ability in the world as well. We can see that from time to time. It's a consistency problem with the lad, or maybe a motivation problem, but there is some sort of an issue there. I want to see him motivated and consistent, because if he does do that, then he could be one of the best. Gungshi says Martial's far more clinical than Rashford. I mean, based on this 20 minutes, he has been very, very clinical indeed. Daniel James does a great job beating Spurs down the left, and he is fouled. It is a foul, and he's clutching his leg there. Definite foul. Like, what's going on? This is a friendly. Do you know what I mean? Let's just see what happened. Oh, and everybody's kicking off now. Kane and Pereira having a little bit of a push and shove. McTominay's gone over to stick the nut on Kane. He doesn't, though, obviously. Dele Alli's in there. Dele Alli's a prick, isn't he? He really is. But let's have a look at the replay that's caused this fracas. But you can understand why United's players are unhappy. Daniel James looked, I sort of didn't see it clearly, but it looked like he was mauled to the ground. And then, of course, what's happened is then the Man United players have taken umbrage to that. Bit of a push and shoving contest starts with Spurs, and now the referee's having to get this game under control. And bear in mind, this is a pre-season friendly. So pre-season friendly. I know there's always a heated competition when United and Spurs play each other. They're a bunch of bad losers as well, aren't they? Let's be honest now. Let's have a look at the replay here. So it's Sissoko, I believe. Oh, that's not called for. He's and he stamped on him twice. He stamped on him twice, mate. That is such a red card. That's just pure filth. There's no need for that whatsoever. That's not an accident. Okay, he's taken him out. James is down on the floor, and he sort of stepped back onto him with his studs. It's a fucking disgrace, man. Send him off. I don't care if it's a friendly. Where's the VAR? Oh, Ashley Young with a great shot from distance. Ashley Young's not having a bad game so far, is he? Let's be real now. Going forward, at least. He has left us wanting at the back there anytime he has gone forward, though. Space-wise at the back, he just doesn't quite have the legs anymore to get back down. So he does leave us a bit exposed at the back sometimes on that left-hand side. But going forward, that was another good shot from him from distance. Here comes James, who was just stamped on. Down the left, Anthony Martial on the ball, gives it back to him. James plays it into McTominay. McTominay to Pereira in the centre of the park. Pereira sprays it out to the right-hand side to Wan-Bissaka. It's a great ball. Wan-Bissaka drive and run forward. Gets the ball in. Lofted ball to the back stick. And it is dealt with by Gazzaniga in the goal there. But that was another good bit of play there. Confident, trying to make things happen. It was quite slow and measured, but it was decent. Could have led to a goal. You never know. Confident stuff from United after we've gone 1-0 up in this game. 25 minutes, 50 seconds gone. TFC says straight red card. Absolutely. Gungshi says red all day. George Mania says, even though I'm a Spurs fan, I think that might have been a red. It was a definite red. If there was a replay of that, if the referee could have seen the VAR, then that definitely would have been a red card. Because not only was the first challenge a yellow, it actually was the first challenge where he's gone through, and that was a yellow. It was dangerous. The stamp on him, the double stamp on him afterwards was just completely unnecessary. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come for James anyway. He frustrates the shite out of these defenders and these players, so they have to stamp on him in the end. But no, it's another replay of it. It's okay, maybe James, he's just fouled him again. Sissoko's just found James again. So Man United have got another free kick here. Yeah, Gungshi says the follow-up stamp was a damn disgrace. Totally agree. There's no need for that. I mean, fair enough, the tough challenge before, it is only a friendly, but to walk backwards and stamp when you're twice the size of the little lad as well, it's not very nice. It's not very nice. Basically trying to hurt him. It's not nice. In a friendly, in a pre-season friendly, so to speak. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you, TFC. He says Daniel James looks a great signing for United, 100%. I mean, just from what we've seen from him in these last couple of games. Okay, last game, he had a couple of opportunities. There was an okay performance from him. Wasn't the best, but he still showed glimpses. In this game here, against a good Spurs team with good players, he's having his way with him. We're seeing some vision from the lad. We're seeing a bit of execution from the lad. He's had a hand in 2 of United's real positive moves where we've created chances so far in this game. And he's definitely frustrating Spurs at the moment. He's just got pace for days. Let's see what happens. Obviously, Spurs are a good team. United have got a ropey defence out. I'm not saying we're going to walk away with this game, but so far, you know, things are looking all right. Sweezwee comments, has your Spurs friend found his way out of the cave yet? No, I don't think so, mate. I think he's still stuck in there looking for rock-type Pokemon, mate. That's what he's doing. Don't know what's going on with him. But hopefully he has found his way out. Hopefully he can join us after the game. We shall see. Ed Peddle says McTominay looks hench. Fair play when he went over and had a little bit of a push with Kane. I was thinking, God, he's a big lad, McTominay. You know, pack a bit of muscle on there. And certainly he could be a bit of an enforcer for us. Absolutely. George says, do you remember United playing a club called Perth Glory recently? Yes, I do, mate, of course. Wan-Bissaka, though, must say, again, from what I've seen from this game, great going forward, solid defensively. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the lad. That's going to be a great signing that I think Manchester United have got ourselves there. It's a lot of money, sure, only time will tell. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Spurs trying to make something happen with 15 minutes left of this first half. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Spurs looking a bit rattled at the moment, don't they? They definitely look a little bit rattled. Let's just wind them right up. Andreas Pereira, though, let's just give a shout out to the lad for the great run in for the second goal. Did I say it was James Elliott? It was Andreas Pereira. Great run, great assist, great ball into Martial. Martial did the great job of sticking it away. Oh, yeah. George says, Perth Glory are my local club. Great to have an Aussie in here, buddy. G'day, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Pop another shrimp on the barbie for me, buddy. Because it's a shite free kick from Spares. It's not my best accent, I'll be honest. It's not my best. Shit, Skippy. The dingoes are after us. Run! Do you know your two kids almost just died? Oh, dear. 30 minutes, 40 seconds gone. What is happening at the moment? Mass substitutions on the go. Every player's just come to the sidelines. They're taking on water. I missed that. Don't know what's going on. Alex Rincon says, do a Scouser accent. Alright, mate. My name's Stevie Carragher, mate. How's it fucking going, mate? Just chilling, watching some fucking shite game now between Spurs and fucking United, mate. Don't know what I'm doing with my life. Gonna go down the job centre now anyway, pal. May get some scran. May get some fucking scran at half time, buddy. Don't know what that was. Anyway, there you go. Buster says Pereira always getting in there, captain quality. You've got to appreciate he's not a big lad, but he's getting stuck in there for these little, you know, he's not afraid to stand up for himself and his teammates, is he, the lad? Oh, such a shame that first strike from Anthony Martial in the first half didn't go in. Daniel James would have got the assist there, and of course, it would have even been even more fantastic for Martial's confidence. But this has given Ole Gunnar Solskjaer something to think about, certainly. He's obviously played Martial up there for a reason. And we're seeing what he can do there against a good Spurs team. Okay, they're going to make some changes. They've got some better players to bring on throughout this game. But I'm impressed so far with Martial at number 9. I absolutely am. Alex Rincon says, say we're going to win the league, mate. Right, mate, I know it's been 30 fucking years, pal, but we're going to win the league. This is our year, buddy. This is our year. Liverpool, we're going to win the fucking league, mate. Oh. Gungshi says, you speak if you're rummaging through bins with a mouthful of phlegm and possibly other more dubious stuff, and you'll sound like a Scouser. It's a good point. It's not that hard to sound like a Scouser, is it, really? You scratched me fucking car, mate. I've had me car out here for 2 fucking minutes. You fucking scratched it. And you just got to say fucking every other word. Do you know what I mean? And then you do sound particularly scouse. Right. And the game is underway again. David De Gea, it's because it's so hot. They had a water break. That's what it was. That's why the players were all going to the side of the pitch. It's so bloody hot out there. I know the feeling. It's the same over here. right now. But it's so bloody hot over there, they had to go over the sidelines, take on some water. That was what the pause in play was. So we start the game again, 33 minutes, 25 seconds gone on the clock. Just over 10 minutes until half-time. Let me know what you guys think about the performance so far. It's definitely not as good as the one against Inter, but we are playing a good side. We're not pressing them as high up the pitch, nowhere near. We're conserving that energy. We're waiting for them to come onto us a little bit more. But we are still, you know, we did start the game a little bit more faster pace. We just seem to have settled down a bit now. They've had a good chance from Dele Alli, which was a good save from De Gea, which they should have put in the back of the net. Other than that, they've caused us a couple of problems, but we've done okay defensively. And we have created 2 or 3 really good chances going forward, and of course got that all-important goal. George says, I swear Liverpool and Manchester accents sound the exact same. Absolutely not, mate. I mean, maybe from an outsider looking in, from an Aussie point of view. But absolutely not. That's probably like, we say, oh, like the Darwin accent is the same as the Sydney accent or whatever, which I'm sure you can tell, you know, you can tell the subtle differences. But to me, you know, Darwin, I don't know. This all sounds the same anyway. So I can understand what you're saying, but no. Manchester's like, oh, Manchester, mad for it, mate. Manchester. I'm not very good at that one. Manchester United. Manchester United. No, I'm shit. I'm shit at the Manc accent. Manchester. You just got to sound like you're Liam Gallagher or something like that. Going down Pubfoot Swift half. I'm going down Pubfoot Swift half, like. Join me down Pubfoot Swift half, our duck. Oh, shit. Greenwood, go on, son. Oh, Greenwood with an opportunity ball over the top. Almost managed to find his way in behind. But it was dealt with by the defender there. Another positive from United. Gungshi says, stick with the Scouse pig. It's Leicester accent is like lovely accent. I can't do it. Not that many accents I can do. You're a fine man and your wife's a fine man too. I can't read and I can't write, but that don't really matter. Because I come from Bristol and I can drive a tractor. Oh dear. Right, anyway, back to the footy. 36 minutes, 10 seconds gone. Come on, United. Harry Kane's hair's looking even more questionable than mine right now. Have a little bit of a flick back. Oh no, the phone's just gone for a Burton. George says, aren't Liverpool and Manchester only like an hour away from each other? Well, yes, that's true. But the thing is, you have to remember that it doesn't really matter. There's actually complete massive variations in accents from like 30 miles. You've got Birmingham as well, which isn't that far down south from there. And they've got a completely different accent again. They're like, well, you're right, mate. I come from Wolverhampton. Like, oh, Boston, yeah, good one. Oh, yeah, come from Birmingham, mate. So, no, that was sort of Scouse again there. But anyway, so there's so many different... It's a crazy country, the UK, because you can go... I could go 30 miles up the road and I can get a farmer-type accent. And then I could go a bit the other way and it's like a posh accent. Then you can go a bit like Portsmouth way and they almost sound a bit sort of cockney, you know? And then you can go to frickin'... It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, 37 minutes, 30 seconds gone. Spurs looking to get an equaliser before half-time. Wan-Bissaka, you shall not pass. You shall not pass, Wan-Bissaka. They know that now. They don't even try to take him on. They just turn around and pass it back. Rudd says, Blue Van Man for a good Leicester accent. Never seen that, you know. I need to... Yeah. Oh, hang on. Is that the one with Will Mellor, actually? I might have seen some of that. Possibly. Ian T says it's class. May have to check it out. We've got a Leeds fan in here. How's it going? Leeds, aka shite. Same old United, always cheating. Anyway, that 4-0 battering the other day was a cheating, was it? Ooh! Oh shit, Rudd says Blue Van Man is a YouTuber. I thought you were talking about a TV show. Fair play, I need to check him out then. I shall do that. Alright, get rid of this Leeds fan, would you, Alex? There's no need for that. Nobody brings up the Munich air disaster around here. Pratt! Anyway. Leeds fans are scum, you see? That's all you need to know. Not all of them, of course, not all of them. But some people are pure scum around these parts, so there you go. Thank you, Alex. You did it. Much appreciated, legend. Right, do one anyway, Leeds scum. See, that's the thing. The Leeds people come in there. I may have said AKA shite, which not the nicest thing to say about somebody's team, but it's only a bit of bants, isn't it? You know. I was fully prepared for him to give me one back and get in here, but no, we will not tolerate any sort of references to planes crashing or things like that around here, pal. So you have yourself a shite day. Exactly. Rincon says, I hate Liverpool, but I would never make fun of the Hillsborough disaster. Absolutely. There's nothing funny about that sort of stuff, is there? People, it's football at the end of the day. You know, the majority of people from any walk of life, in any occupation, from any country, from any team that they support, from any organisation, the majority of people are good people, okay? There's just some people which obviously do muddy the water. And in cases like maybe Leeds United, maybe there's a slightly higher proportion of those negative tossers. But most of the time, you know, everyone's good peeps. Do you know what I'm saying? That is why the world is still going around, and it is not a complete flame ball, because thankfully there's more good people than there are shite people around. So there you go. Yeah, Gunga says there's banter and then absolute lack of class and empathy. 100%. This is a deep little subject that we've got onto here, you know, because it's definitely not on to be talking about people who've died. People may know people who've died and those things. Like, obviously we've got a heated rivalry with Liverpool, but no, there's nothing to make fun of or make light of about something as disastrous as that. You talk about kids dying, people dying. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. So, yeah, I agree. Anybody who does say that stuff, anyone who makes those chants at football games and things like that, you're just a bunch of tool bags, really. Oh, it's a good ball in from Spurs, but it's dealt with there by guess who? Wan-Bissaka. Thou shalt not pass, says Wan. Hang on a second. Greenwood's just been taken out by Sissoko. Get him off. This lad clearly needs to get sent. And finally, the referee's coming over to give him a yellow card, is he? It's not good enough, is it? Repetitive fouling, I guess. Sorry, it wasn't Sissoko. It was it? Oh, it was Tanganga, actually, not Sissoko. So my bad. But it was a yellow card for him anyway. Few crazy challengers going in and stuff. It's not exactly the friendliest of friendlies, is it? 7 Pikachu says, is Henry really an English teacher in China? I think he runs some sort of... Oh! And a cheeky little attempt from Anthony Martial over the top of the keeper there, but unfortunately over the crossbar also. I think it was called back anyway. Let's see what happened. That wasn't a foul. Vertonghen's gone down like a sack of shit there. There was no way a foul. Anthony White, shout out to you, mate. Says, just got here, mate. What score is it? Thank you for getting involved and stopping by on the live stream. It is 1-0 to United. Come on, my son. Anthony Martial with the goal. Had a couple of good chances in this first half. He's looked very, very lively in that striker position for us. Daniel James looked decent. Pereira looked very good setting up the goal. So just to fill you in, that's what's happened. Spurs have had a couple of good opportunities. De Gea had to make a good save. But other than that, United have probably had the better half out of the two teams, although it's not as comfortable or as controlling as obviously the game against Inter. William Odiambo, thank you very much for stopping by in here. Says, which team is going to lead? Hopefully United finish this game winners. Oh, it's a good ball in by Spurs there. Great header away from Smalling, actually, in this instance. Dele Alli looks to get his head up and get a ball back into the box. He does. Ashley Young gets the ball under control, finds Daniel James. Good ball from him. Good pass out from Ashley Young, who's not had a bad first half, to be fair to him. You know, I was very disappointed about him being selected, and Smalling and Rojo. But they haven't had, you know, we still haven't conceded. There's been a couple of times where it's looked like Smalling's been left wanting, and it looks like Young's been left wanting, having flown forward and stuff like that. But going forward, Young's been good. Let's see what we can do now. He's got the ball again. Gives it to Daniel James down the left. Martial's dropped into a deeper position here in midfield for the moment. Anyway, here he goes, running back forward. Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side, looking to get that ball in. He's got so much joy over on that right-hand side. That's the thing. Martial, lovely give and go with Pereira. Pereira tries a little cheeky top. That's some great intelligence. He didn't pull it off, but that was a great attempt just to loft the ball back over to Martial from the run there. Coming up to 45 minutes on the clock now. There will be a little bit of time because there was that break, but other than that, then it should, you know, it should be half time pretty well soon. Dan James has got the ball down the left. Cuts inside. Oh, and he had a bit too much pace for his own good there. He just got away, but he's won the ball back with insane pace. How did he do that? That was fantastic. This lad is quick. Good commitment from him there to win that ball back. Oh, what a strike there from about 35 yards out. I think it was Paul Pogba, was it? Great attempt there. You have to say, if you don't shoot, you don't score. It was ambitious, but let's have a look. It's a good strike. He hit it like a bullet. Unfortunately, it's just a foot or two wide of the left-hand post there from Pogba. All we've really seen from him this first half that I can really think of. I haven't seen too much from him. Like Ndombele had him in his pocket earlier on in the half. He's done okay, though. He's done okay. Not fantastic, but there you go. He had a shot. Anyway. Yeah, Gungless says, lovely steal from Dan James. Absolutely, it really was. That's half-time, lads and lasses. Thank you ever so much for stopping by for the first half. Come back in a little bit. I'm going to go for a little schmuck break. So, I'll be back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere, or if you do go somewhere to go make yourself a cuppa or also have a schmuck break, then make sure you come back here for the start of the second half. I will be back. Hopefully this green screen will be up as well. We shall see. But you're a bunch of legends. Like, subscribe, comment anyway for now. But I'll be back very, very soon on the channel after half time. Nice one. Boom Shanker, I'm back, guys. Half time has come and gone. It's now 45 minutes, 30 seconds gone, 30 seconds from the kickoff of second half. So come on, lads. 1-0 up. I'm sure there's been some changes at half time. I've missed them. You're going to have to fill me in, and I will then inform anyone else who doesn't know. Different back four, says Gunchi. Lindelof, Bailey, Shaw, Dalot. So Bailey has come on with Lindelof as the two centre-backs. Shaw, left back. Dalot, right back, I'm assuming. Lalu Pato comments, who scored? It was Anthony Martial. Very good goal from Anthony Martial after another good opportunity he had in the first half. We struck the post and unfortunately missed. So I'm definitely liking the back four more that we've put out then. Dalot, exciting young talent. Let's see what he can do. Good going forward as well. Of course, Lindelof has looked very solid for us, and he actually had a decent season last season for us amongst an awful crop of defenders, really. But Bailly, let's see what he can do. You know, he's another one. He could be really good for us. He's got all the attributes, but it's just a consistency thing. He doesn't seem to play that much. Like, he's either injured, he either gets a red card or whatever. So let's see what he can do. Fred's had a shot from distance. It's not a very good one. He has stretched it very, very wide indeed. Yeah, Gungshi says, looks like Mata's on. Not sure who he's come on for, but Matic, Mata, Fred are on. So that's the changes. We've got Matic, Static, Matic, Twatic on, who I'm not so convinced about for United this season in the Premier League. Just think maybe he slowed down just that little bit too much. Mata, let's see what he can do. Obviously, a player that everybody who knows this channel knows that I rate. I think he's technically gifted, intelligent player. I like him. Let's see how he's used and what he does. Fred is another one that has a lot to prove this season for Manchester United. You know, he came in for a reasonable amount of money in a struggling United side. He didn't shine. Didn't get, I suppose, as many opportunities as maybe he would have hoped. But even so, when he did play, it's not like he set the world alight. So I want to see a lot more from Fred as well. Last game, though, you know, that cheeky little flick and stuff, that bit of skill. He's obviously got some talent, this lad. And Rashford is on as well. 48 minutes, 13 seconds gone in this second half. You're a bunch of legends for tuning into the live stream. Much appreciate you joining me for the game. Got to be reasonably happy, though. I know I'm a little bit confused with what Ollie was trying to do, sort of setup-wise, with the team that he put out today. But you've got to be happy with going in at half-time, being 1-0. There were some positives to take from the first half. Wan-Bissaka looks solid, as he has done in a red shirt. Daniel James, great bit of vision on display from him. Some good wing play from the lad. Pereira, obviously great assist that he got himself for Martial's goal. And Martial, you know, a couple of really fantastic opportunities for the lad. So some great positives from that first half. Just need to make sure we don't melt now. Let's not freaking have an absolute David Moyes melt job in this second half. Let's win this game. That'd be so good for confidence going in there. Plus, I'll get one over on that Henry Hotspur. Suzuka with a powerful run forward. And Jesse Lingard's on the pitch as well. And he's absolutely rinsed forward with a great run, but it's to nowhere. He's closed down by 3 white shirts, and no, he couldn't deal with it there. But it was a good surging run there by Jesse Lingard. So some big changes at half-time from Ole Gunnar. Is this more of what he's going to be looking to play come the Premier League things? We don't really know. I guess it does keep Chelsea guessing. It keeps the opposition guessing when the Premier League comes around. What are we actually going to do? Oh dear, it's a great ball over the top to Son. Oh, and he's tried to chip it over David De Gea, and it's high, and it is not good. But it was a dangerous attempt. He was definitely onside. It's a great ball over the top to him. Fantastic run. He's got himself about 7 or 8 yards on United's back line there. They've cut through us with a simple one over the top. And De Gea was off his line. You know, Son could have put that in the back of the net if he just played it a bit softer there, cushioned it into the net. It's gone over the top. But, I mean, Son is one of those great players in the Premier League that doesn't get the credit that he deserves already. He's one of the best players in the league. If you're talking about who consistently does it, he's so good. I'd love him at United. Absolutely love him if he was a United player. So that's how highly I regard Son. I don't often say that about Spurs players. So, but there you go. He wasn't able to get it in the back of the net that time anyway. Looks like they're playing a bit of long ball. So they're going to test out United's back line, which has changed at half-time. So they're going to test it out. See if it can stand the test. Judging by that opportunity a minute ago by Son, they can get us like that. They've got pace. And they've got a couple of people that play on the last man and can get in behind with balls over the top and in behind. So Lucas Moura, very pacey, etc. So it's going to be interesting to see how we deal with this Spurs offense in the second half, defensively. And Gunchi says Romero and Gomez are on too as well. Great stuff. So big changes here. Definitely some big changes. Ole Gunnar mixing things up at half-time. It was a decent performance from the lads in the first half. As I mentioned, the players that stood out. I will say that Pogba didn't look very good. I was saying before the game, I was expecting a big performance from Pogba. But again, it's another 45-minute performance from him, which was bang average. Let's be honest now. I don't want to be too harsh. But it wasn't great from Paul Pogba. Yeah, he did some okay things, but very, very invisible, if you ask me. Ganasan Subramayam, how's it going? Says, okay, time for Romero. So we've got Romero in between the sticks, do we, instead of David De Gea. Obviously a great backup goalie. Probably the best backup goalie we've ever had. Certainly a lot better than the likes of Raymond van der Gaal, for instance. You know what I mean? Or Thomas Kuszczak as the other sort of big backup goalkeepers that spring to mind. Oh, it's another ball over the top. And Son is away again. You see what I was talking about? They are contesting us with balls over the top here. And Son is absolutely ruined Eric Bailly there. When he was offside, it was a very late flag. But it must have been offside for him to call it that late. But anyway, Son wasn't able to capitalise. Bailey stood his ground reasonably well. He made Son cut back inside. Let's have another look at this on the replay. It does look like he is just about offside. Very good ball over, very good touchdown, and he's cut back inside. He's taken it past Bailey. He's about to get his shot away. Bailey goes to ground, and the shot is actually high, wide, and handsome in the end there. But Bailey did all right there, I suppose, on the rewatch. But he did fall over. Son's a very dangerous player. This is a good test for the back line. How are they going to cope with Son's pace, Son's ability to bring the ball down and get in behind from these balls over the top? Because that's what happened a couple of times in this first half already. Cam Fall, how's it going? Says, has Ndombele been good like on the first game versus Juve? Ndombele looked pretty decent in the first half, I thought. I'd say nothing more than that, but he did do a good job of, marking up the likes of Pogba. Oh, no. Has Eric Bailly got an injury? Is this what I was talking about a minute ago? He actually has got an injury. He's on the ground. The stretcher is on. Eric Bailly has picked up an injury, lads and lasses. Looks like a bad one as well. He stood up, but no, now he's down on the stretcher. So he's actually coming off on the stretcher, lads. What an absolute calamity nightmare. So there's another. This is what I was talking about with Eric Bailly. He looks like a good player. Even then, you've seen it. He's obviously hurt himself in the process when he fell down there on the ground and got his feet caught in the grass a bit there. But, I mean, it happens all the time. It's so frustrating. He's so injury prone. I feel really bad for the lad because he's obviously a good player. He obviously shows for United when he plays that he is a good player for us. But he's never there because he's always injured, man. Feel very, very bad for the lad. Yassar says he injured himself. Yeah, he did seem to just get rooted in the ground there. And United with a ball over the box and... Oh, hang on a second. When did the keeper's just come out and cleared the ball away, but it looked like he palmed it, and maybe it should have been a foul there, indirect free kick. Gungers says, does this mean no bones is coming on? I mean, I think it does. I actually think it does. Shocking. It's Axel Twanzebe coming on, buddy. So rest assured, Gungshi, it is not Phil Jones. It's Axel Twanzebe who's coming on. That's good. I want to see more from him anyway. But yeah, I feel really bad for Eric Bailly because, man, he's had a tough time of it with injuries, doesn't he? And he could just get into that sort of vein where he is just that injury sick note player. Very difficult for a professional to come back time and time again from injuries. It takes you out of it, halts your development. You can't bed in. You can't improve. You're constantly worried about picking up injuries in the future. So, man, Eric Bailly, just hope it's nothing too serious anyway. I mean, to me, it's not the most important centre-back to lose. Hopefully we do sign Maguire, but we've still got Lindelof, who I think is probably our better centre-back out of the ones that we've got there. I mean, it is the way it is bad, actually, because Bailly's our second-best centre-back, probably. He probably is our second-best centre-back in terms of sort of experience, physique, and things like that. I'm not saying he's ever set the world alight at United, because he hasn't. But he is still a better player, in my opinion, than Smalling and Jones, for instance. Okay, we've got Twanzebe there, young lad, looked good in the last game against Inter, but let's see how he would do in the Premier League, I guess. I mean, I'd rather we did take a chance on a bit of youth and give them the experience, even when we do start the Premier League, than play Jones or Smalling, for say. But I know Ole Gunnar is going to do that, it seems. Great counter from United here. Gomez down the left. I wanted to see a bit of Chong action as well, to be honest. Chong was looking good in the last game. Everybody tuning in, back for the second half. Thanks so much for getting involved with the live stream. You're a bunch of legends. Smash a like on this video. Let's get your thoughts and opinions in the live chat. Let's interact, see what you guys think of the performance so far. I think it's been decent from United, but nothing more than that. But we are winning 1-0 against a decent Spurs team here. Eric Bailly's had an unfortunate injury, which I'm very worried about for the lad. Gunga says, we look more aggressive. Stipmeister, we lost Fellaini, but we still have the hair. Yeah, it's true. We've still got a nice Afro man in the squad, which is great. .58 minutes, 25 seconds gone. Spurs passing it around their back line at the moment. Patient play from Spurs. United are not pressing them high up the pitch here because obviously we wear ourselves out in this heat. So we've got to sit back a little bit more and just get onto them and press them when they get into a more dangerous position further up the pitch. Approaching into our half. It's another long ball over the top from defence. And it's worked out again for Spurs. Dalot's header wasn't enough to clear it away. It's ended up at Son once again, who has played the ball in to Moore on the right for Spurs. Spurs looking to make something happen now. It's a good ball back. That's pulled back across the 6-yard box. But it's dealt with at near post by Lindelof, I think it was. So, tell you what, Son is such a good player, isn't he? I was saying earlier on, really rate him, but you can see why. I mean, he is causing us all sorts of problems in this first half. He's got great vision. He's got great tenacity. They're very, very fortunate to have a player like him. So it's such a shame that Spurs' first starting 11 is actually better than United's at the moment. It's a shame. Because they do have players like Kane Eriksson and Son who are just special, special players. United, we don't quite have that. I mean, people say Pogba is, but I don't see much evidence of it, at least not consistently. From time to time, yeah, he's great. He is. But most of the time, probably, he's not. Oh, no, it's another ball over the top. And I'll tell you what, they're having so much joy just getting balls in behind our defence from balls over the top. Because they've got Lucas, because they've got Son, it's dangerous. This back line is going to have to do a good job keeping these out for the remaining half an hour. Stip says, I have to say that I really like Heung-min Son, especially when you know his background story. Do you know what? I don't actually know his background story. Oh, crikey! And Fred just had a pop from distance. And Gazaniga's made the save to his left. And played a very long ball up the pitch again. It looks like they're just playing long ball. They're just playing Stoke City tactics at the moment. Yeah, Gungshi says, Pogba can be brilliant, but he's so inconsistent. That's his problem. It's another invisible performance from him in the first half today, unfortunately. He's got an opportunity to prove himself against a good team, and he didn't really do a great job. I know he's looked good in the last couple of games, but he needs to add that consistency to his game, and then, you know, us United fans won't have such a problem with him. He is a good player, but just do it. Just do it, Paul. Good effort from Fred there. He tried to find the bottom right-hand corner of Spurs' goal, but it was a good diving save by Gazaniga. And Spurs are making a good few changes now, substitutions. Christian Eriksen's just come on the pitch. Obviously a danger man for them. Oh, and Spurs just try to play it back to the keeper there. But they almost gave the ball away to United, but they just managed to clear it away. United have possession. Oh, no, that's awful. We've given it straight to Son. Son is so dangerous, man. And it's a good bit of closing down there by Twanzebe, I think it was, after coming on as a substitute for the injured Bailey. He's come on there, settled into it. Good challenge on Son. Come on. Like I say, this back line is going to be stretched today. What is that on Son's face? What's Son got on his face? It looks like he's got a big mud patch on his face. Did he have like a face-first slide a minute ago that I missed? Dalot with the throw-in gives possession away to Spurs. Alderweireld, a player who I'd take at Manchester United, good defender. Would he want to come? Don't know. But if the Maguire deal doesn't work out, maybe Spurs would want to sell him for, you know, a reasonable amount. Clam J, hey Pig, nice to join you for the game. PS Sissoko should flogged the dirty wench. 100%, that was a dirty bit of fouling from the lad earlier on in the game. It's a friendly against United. Come on, there's no need for that sort of behaviour. Daniel James, just because he's mugging you off down the left constantly, doesn't mean you need to stamp on him twice, backwards. It was dirty. It was a definite red card. It wasn't seen, obviously, but it should have been a red card if there was VAR. He'd have been sent. He'd have had a 3-match ban, violent conduct. And unfortunately for us, he wasn't. But yeah, dirty bastard. That was pretty dirty play from the lad. OTB says, Sissoko lucky to be walking off. Should have been sent off. Scumbag. Should have been sent off. It was a definite red. There's no need for it in a friendly like this. I know we're always competitive when we come up against Spurs and they are against us, but there's no need for that. There's no need for that sort of behaviour, is there? Son's down on the ground here after coming together with Fred, I believe. Let's see. Nothing in that. There was nothing in that. Son's got the ball in a dangerous position on United's edge of the area. He plays a pass into the left-hand side. And the cross comes into the box. Oh, and Luke... Oh, I don't believe it, man. No, mate. Lucas with a pop shot from the edge of the area. It's a tricolour. And Sergio Romero gets up with a smile on his face. But you should not be smiling, lad. Because that was a fucking goalkeeping howler right there. He's had a complete freaking double day, man. Let's see what happens. So it looks like there was just a late deflection. Maybe I'm doing the guy a disservice. Let's have another look. But it looked like he just had an absolute Massimo Taibbi mare there. It looked like a true Massimo Taibbi incident. Let's see. Let's see. Unbelievable. That is a shit way to give away the equaliser. An absolutely shit way. I mean, Spurs have been piling it on, but let's have a look. The ball comes back into the box here. It's cleared away by Twanzebe. Good header away. Son wins it back. Of course he does. Lucas takes it down. He gets a left foot shot away. And there is a deflection. It looks like Sergio Romero's dived to his left. Romero's dived to his left. Lucas, good bit of play from him to bring it down and technique. And I'm sorry, but Romero, I think you've had a bit of a mare there. I think the goalie's had a mare. There is a deflection, of course, and it's spun away from him. I mean, it's a tough one. Let's have a look. He's committed too early. He has dived too early. It looks like he's dived to the left. The ball's not even going to the left, really. It's going central anyway. And it's deflected to the left then. So, to the right, sorry. So, I think that's a combination of poor defending there, not getting the appropriate block off, and also just a bit of a goalkeeping howler. I have to say, it looked like a complete goalkeeping howler to me. Gosh. Oh. Buster B comments deflection. Clam J Jones to the right of me. Rojo to the left. I'm stuck in Europa with you. You filth bag. Nasty little deflection, says Gungshi. Gannison says no more. Yeah. Gungshi, super chat. Thank you very much, Gungshi. He comments, hopefully this will be a lucky super chat and help us get a goal. Come on, United. Top man. Thank you very much, Gungshi, for your support on the channel there, mate. And voicing your opinions. That was a shit way to concede, wasn't it? Really gutted about that one. Totally undeserved from Lucas Moura. I mean, to be fair, Spurs were piling it on for the second half. They've come out in the second half. They've looked better than us in the second half. Son has caused us all sorts of problems. They knew we shuffled the back line around and they were prepared to take the opportunity to test it. And they tested our back line many times with simple balls over the top and through the back line. And they've got Son in behind numerous times. Son was pivotal in that little movement there as well, spraying it out to the left. The ball was played back in and Son won it in the air. Lucas Moura took it down. Good bit of control from him. And to be fair, he had a pop shot. It was a weak shot, but because it took a nasty deflection, it went past Romero. Can't blame Romero too much, I suppose, just give him the benefit of the doubt because there was a deflection. But it looked like he committed a bit too early in the wrong way. Oh! And crikey! Angel Gomez just had an opportunity for Manchester United. 67 minutes, 30 seconds gone. Let's have a look at this move from United. It's a very good move down the left. Great little cut back in as well by Gomez. He's tried the cheekiest of chips over the top of Gazzaniga, but to no avail. Just over the crossbar. The pitch looks like shit now, by the way. Oh, it's lovely little bit of interplay between Rashford and Fred. And it is a challenge that brought Rashford down, and it is a foul. Free kick to Manchester United. Ganasan says, Gungshi says, Rowe having a Mero. Was it him who got was it the deflection off of Rojo then for that goal? Because that was shocking. Pretty unfortunate though, after a good first half performance from United, really a decent first half performance to lead 1-0 anyway. Short corner here from United. Lingard passes it back out to Fred in the centre of United's midfield. Shaw with a ball over to the right-hand side. And there's too much on it. And unfortunately, Rashford couldn't keep it in. Oh, you nicked it from Alex Rudd. Well, either way, it's good from both of you, I'll be honest. Alex Rudd coming out with a nice little play on words there, let's be honest. True legends, you guys. True legends. Substitution now for Spurs. 69 minutes, 46 seconds gone on the clock. I must say, second half, they've looked a lot better than us. They've looked a lot more comfortable with their bigger players on, the likes of Eriksen, the likes of Son. And they have caused us a few problems. So, they're a good team. We saw that the other day when they came back and they beat Juventus. And of course, they did have a good season last year, finished higher than us, got in the Champions League places, and also got to the Champions League final. Spurs with a chance now down the right-hand side of the pitch. Offside. Free kick to United. 55 legends tuning in right now. Thank you so much for being here with me for the live stream. Tottenham versus United. 20 minutes left. Come on, lads. We can do this. There's no reason we can't get a winner here. Let's get a nice positive win victory here to take in to the next game, and of course build for the Premier League campaign that is going to be very, very difficult for us. We've got a difficult start, and of course Ole Gunnar's got a fair bit of pressure on him. Let's see what we can do in terms of bringing players in. We still need to bring a couple of players into the club. I'm not seeing much about, Bruno Fernandes happening. Heard some things about it not happening, but let's see about it if it's going to happen. Harry Maguire, it looks like Leicester are wanting a bit too much money for him, and maybe United shouldn't pay any more than 80 million. I do think we should pay 80 million pounds for him. He's worth 60. Let's pay 80. Get the deal done. Get him in. And then, of course, that would help us because we'd have a leader at the back. Bailey's just got an injury. Could be long term. Could be 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Who knows? Let's hope it's not, but it could be a long injury. We've got Lindelof. We've got Jones. We've got Smalling. It's not ideal, is it? We need to get a quality centre-back in. This only further highlights that. So I would definitely sign Harry Maguire. And we need to bring in another player as well. So lot of pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the start of the season, just because it's Manchester United. Not because there should be any added pressure because of what he spent or anything like that, because he hasn't all that much, really. We made a couple of signings. Wan-Bissaka, of course, Daniel James. Couple of good signings, spent a bit of money there. Not a huge amount in today's game. So it's not like the pressure's on him for that reason. It's just that it's Manchester United, and for him and the squad, it's vitally important to get a good start in the Premier League, which is also very important for us to get a good pre-season. So we've got the confidence, the players are gelling, Ollie can see what's working, what's not working, and we can start the season well. It's hugely important. Millwall fan in the house then. Millwall from the den. No one likes us. We don't care. Will from Millwall. Fair enough. You're right. Not many people do like Millwall. There's usually a good reason for that. But thank you very much for stopping by on the channel regardless, mate. Any football fans who want to voice their opinions or get involved, they're all welcome, of course, just as long as you're not depraved. But yeah, Millwall, not the best team, are they? Do you know what I mean? Spurs have got a corner now. Sorry, United have got a corner, I mean. It's a United corner. Dallo with the ball into the box there. It was cleared away by the first defender. Rincon says we need a centre mid, a centre back and a winger. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I really am, yeah. Especially if, maybe we get rid of Lukaku and Martial might play as that number 9 a bit more often. Then we could definitely do with another winger as well. That does make a lot of sense. I would say exactly that, Rincon. We need a centre mid, a centre back and a winger. That is what we should be trying to get in. Buster says 25 million for Alderweireld. Why spend 90 million on Maguire? Well, can we even get Alderweireld though? Like, would he want to come to us? Would Spurs want him to go to us, or would they, if they were going to lose him, would they want him to go to, PSG or one of these clubs that isn't in the same league? I think they would. I don't think they'd want to help us out, give us a good player on the cheap. Definitely not on the cheap. 25 million, I mean, if we could pull that off. I know there's not long left on the contract, I believe that's why it's not 60 million or whatever. But even so, like, they don't want that to happen, surely. United, I would love to take Alderweireld if we could get him for anywhere around that sort of money, even more than that, because it's not like Harry Maguire's 4 times the player of Alderweireld. Absolutely not. In an ideal world, we'd get both. But, Rincon brings up a good point here and says it's possible that Alderweireld doesn't want to join us. And that's very true. Spurs do have Champions League football. He's settled in at Spurs. Maybe he just wants to stay at Spurs. We don't actually know what's going on. And he could easily just want to stay at Spurs, be that, that player that sticks around for a long time. He's good centre-back. It looks like he is still going to be in favour with Pochettino there. He's playing today. So Spurs are a better team than United at this moment in time. Hopefully in a year's time I'll be able to say something different to that. But I'm a realist, and United over the last couple of seasons we've not been up to it. Pochettino's built a good team at Spurs. He's built good players. They've got a few really special players in a really good squad. And United don't have that at the moment. Not to the same extent anyway. So maybe he just wants to stick around at Spurs. They're just showing the replay of the goal again. I do think Romero's had a bit of a mare with that goal. I know he's been sort of wrong-footed because the ball's got a deflection, he's gone the other way. But even so, I mean, you know, show a bit more cat-like reflexes, lad. Ian T says Alderweireld said he intends to play out the last year of his contract at Spurs. Well, if that's the case, then, you know, they still probably will use him now. Maybe we'll be able to sign him on a free at the end. But then I guess that is a reason why Spurs would consider selling him to a rival like that, is because they need to cash in, because they're going to lose him to that rival anyway. So they might as well cash in 6 months early or whatever and get him. So maybe you'll see in the January transfer window maybe a move happening. But let's just see what happens there. I would take him though. I think he's a good player. Maguire's obviously also a good player. I'd like to take him at United. But who's better value? Who would realistically come? I don't know. I think Maguire would really love to come to United. Alderweireld, I'm not so sure. Not so sure. This Millwall scummer in the house. You're blocked, pal. You are blocked. You see? You see, I'm going to give no shine to these people. Do you know what I mean? Scum, 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 scum. Inappropriate. There will be no tolerance of. Anyway, let's just get on. Keep it fun. Keep it friendly, guys. There's no need to go into like disasters or wishing bad things upon opposition teams. Do you know what I mean? Millwall fan obviously doesn't like Spurs. He's come on here to say that he doesn't put this. It's a pretty disgusting message he just wrote about Spurs there anyway. Okay. iPoddy says, can I buy your sweat pig? Well, does it look like I'm sweating a lot? I feel like I'm sweating a lot. You can honestly not buy my sweat, mate. That's one of the things. I'm not giving my DNA away to people, no matter how freaky deaky you are, buddy. Okay? I know you only have a bit of a joke and a bounce, but sort it out. Although people do stuff like that, I would not be interested in receiving money for my bodily fluids. I'll be totally honest with you. Doesn't fill me with a sense of pride, that one. Oh dear. Gungshi says, Dennis Wise, that's who I was thinking of. He used to play for Millwall. Yes, he did. He's a good player, actually. He used to play for Chelsea. And yeah, very good leader, very good captain. Absolute little dirty rat, though, wasn't he? Let's be honest now. Yes, that says, sell sweat, raise funds, buy Maguire. iPoddy, I pay well. Well, you just take that money elsewhere, buddy, okay? Take that money elsewhere. Son with a chance on the edge of the area. He's had a pop from 30 yards and Twanzebe's taken it right on the face. Right on the face from Twanzebe. Looks like it's a stinger. That's got to have hurt. But he's defended it. He's got the ball away. Stipmeister says, hey Pig, what is your drink of choice at the current heat scale? If you're talking about alcoholic drink, I'd probably go for a Corona with a bit of lime in it. Classic. It's very cheesy. It's nice, you know, but it's good. And if you're just talking about a non-alcoholic drink, I'd have to go for a pint of Coca-Cola with ice cubes in. Oh, on a hot summer's day, pure bliss. Come on, lads. Fred with the ball forward. Mata sprays it out wide to Dallo on the right, who's in a great position. He puts a great spraying ball back across the area, but unfortunately it's gone through everybody, and now United have the ball on the left-hand side. Oh, come on, my son, get in there. Do you know what's funny? Henry just messaged me saying, oh, Lucas Moura. Get in there, my son. We have just scored. Manchester United 2-1. And I was just reading the comments there and I missed what happened. But Manchester United have stuck the ball in the back of the net. Come on. 2-1. 79 minutes it was on the clock when the goal went in. Boom, shakalaka. Bish, bash, bosh. There's the goal. Have some of that, Spurs. How do you like them apples? And I'll tell you what happened in the goal once I see it. Obviously, I was reading the comments, so I missed it. Let's see what happened. I believe it's Angel Gomez, who has got the ball in the back of the net. He's looking very, very happy with himself. Let's have a look. Let's see what happened. Gomez with a 1-2. He gets a give and go and he's dribbled it, then he's put it into the back of the net. That is absolutely incredible. Wan-bissaka as well with the assist. You see what I'm talking about? Mata in the hole, that sort of position. He's clever. He's got the vision. He plays the ball back into Gomez and Gomez opens up his body and he slots it to the far post. What a finish. That's one of the only ways he could have scored from that acute angle there. Great run, great give and go. Wan-bissaka with the assist, great vision, great finish. Angel Gomez, have some of that, Spurs. 2-1 to the mighty Red Devils. Oh, that was fantastic bit of play from Gomez and Mata. Great interlinking play, great intelligence from Gomez as well. Loved it. That was brilliant. Oh, crap. Here comes Spurs now with a chance. Sprayed out to the right-hand side. Ball back into the box. Dealt with at near post there by Luke Shaw. Get in there. Come on. 2-1 to the Red Devils. That's what we're talking about. Have some of that, Henry Hotspur, eh? Everybody tuning in, thanks for stopping by. A couple of new people I see here. Neil Hayter, you're a legend. Muppet Crazy. Callum Yallop. Shout out to you all. Just had to hide your Chelsea True Blue because it's a racial comment you just made there. You may not know that, but it is. Shouldn't put that on there, just so you know. So yes, 82 minutes, 39 seconds gone. United leading Spurs 2-1. I'm feeling happy now because the finish line is in sight here. It's been a decent performance by United, considering Spurs really did pile it on for the start of the second half. Got that equaliser. We could have easily crumbled, but we've shown a bit of character. We kept working against a better Spurs team than the first half. They put better players on, and they look very dangerous. And we, of course, had that Eric Bailly injury. We adjusted, and the team has done all right. And going forward, we created a good chance there. Angel Gomez with the goal. It was a fantastic thing. You know, our youngsters have looked really good the last couple of games, so that's a huge positive. Huge. Neil Duffin says, good to see you deleting bad comments. They've no place, mate. Brilliant. Thank you, mate. Absolutely. There's no need for any of that crap. Oh, Rashford with a chance. Is he offside? He sticks it in the back of the net. Is he on? Oh, it was offside. Flag was up, but there you go. It was a good finish from the lad anyway, but obviously means nothing. He's about a metre offside. Don't know. He's having a mare. Get onside, Rashford. Just going to grab a drink here for a sec. Come on, my son, get in there. Leading Spurs 2-1. Oh, yeah. Yes. Cameron says, love your enthusiasm. You have earned my subscription. Thank you very much, Cameron. Absolute legend. Good to have you on board. We'll do plenty of match reactions and live streams this coming season. So anybody else who's not subscribed, come on. Subscribe. 7 Pikachu says, who does the graphics for you? I do absolutely all of the graphics on this channel, this red background and everything you've seen. I just use an app on my phone. It's nothing that difficult, but no, I would love somebody, if anybody knows somebody's really good at Photoshop and making thumbnails and all that sorts of stuff and graphics, because you can tell this is pretty amateur, but it's best I can do anyway at the moment. So let me know. Daniel Harrington, how's it going, mate? Says, should Greenwood play against Chelsea? Solskjaer hinted at the fact. I mean, I'm not so sure. I mean, based on Martial's performance up top there, he seems to be like maybe the man. Greenwood actually, you know, I would say yes, he should actually. Out of the three players, Martial, Rashford and Greenwood, so far in this pre-season anyway, I know experience means a lot, but in this pre-season anyway, I'd say Rashford's impressed me the least out of the three. He still looked good at times, but Greenwood's really impressed me, especially being 17 years of age. And Martial, of course, wow. I mean, today he's looked really good up top there. So hit and miss. He's hit and miss. That's the problem. He needs to get the consistency into his game. When he gets the consistency into his game, then you can be the consistent starter for United. But until that moment comes, I mean, you can see why he gets in the side and drifts out the side and drifts back in the side and out, because he's not doing it consistently. He doesn't warrant starting games regularly. But I'm thinking, you know, give him an opportunity in a big game like that. Put your faith in him. Play him up top there. And he might just be able to show his quality. He's got great finishing ability. It's obvious. Rashford's won the ball back on the right for United. He's tried to take on the defender, but he has not been able to, giving the ball away. But he has won us a throw-in. Chelsea racist fans in here. Just removed them from the channel. Alex Rudd, don't worry, I've taken care of it. But yeah, there are a few. There's a couple, but it's all good. We've got the moderator back in the house here. Henry Hotspur, what are you doing here? Got some Chelsea anti-Semite troll here. Disgusting, sort your life out. Yeah, Henry Hotspur in the house. Have some of that, mate. Ha ha. 2-1. He just messaged me saying, "Oh, Lucas Moura," and then what happens? Angel Gomez just makes the defence look like a complete bunch of mugs. Have some of that, Henry. So what, are you around to join in the post-match reaction? Or are you just stopping by, I was going to say to gloat, but that's not possible at the moment. Oh, here come Tottenham. Lucas Moura on the ball. And apparently it's a foul by Lindelof, but I don't see that myself. Let's have a look what happened here. Lindelof doesn't think it was. Very good player for us recently, Victor Lindelof. I guess it's a foul. I mean, there's not much contact there, but Spurs have won a free kick in a dangerous position. Spurs very, very high up in our half now. Hemmed us in, looking for that goal, searching for that goal. 88 minutes, 9 seconds gone on the clock. Not long left for them to get that late equaliser. They got the late winner against Juventus. Harry Kane, will they do that and get an equaliser late today? I don't think so. Here comes Son, though. Heung-min Son, such a dangerous player. He's found the cross as well, man. He's so good. Heung-min Son, you know, he is a fantastic player. Manages to get that half a yard on Mata. Manages to get the ball in, near post. There's no Romero does a good job of clutching it. So basically, we have done a good job today, because this would be 2-0 if not for a very fortunate Spurs goal. Deflected, you know, Romero's maybe at fault as well for not reacting quick enough. But you have to say, you know, this should be 2-0 really. Spurs haven't done all that much. They had a good chance first half with Dele Alli that De Gea saved. Other than that, you know, they've had some chances, but none of them that clear. Henry Hotspur says, not watching, unfortunately, with only the pig to listen to for commentary is pretty depressing. Well, that's awesome. Thanks, mate, for stopping by. Ugh. Come on, lads. Have some of that, Tottenham, eh? Have some of that. Oh. 89 minutes, 32 seconds gone. United passing it round the back line at the moment. Oh, come on, that was a foul. What the hell? They just sandwiched Fred to the ground and the refs just let them play on. Son has got the ball on the left-hand side for Spurs, and he is He's bossed and bullied into a corner where Wan-Bissaka takes it off of him. Get in there. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, it wasn't Mata who gave the ball away, but his returning run was intercepted by Eriksson. Stoppage time. We're in stoppage time here. This would be a big positive for United to get the result. No doubt about that. Let's just hope we can hold on for the last couple of minutes of stoppage time here. There will be some because there was that water break where they had a break to take on more fluids in the second half as well. Son's got the ball again on the left, and this time he takes it inside and has a pop. It's high, wide and handsome from the lad. But he's dangerous. He's trying to make something happen. There's not long left. He's had to have a shot there. He's not struck it well. It's gone over Romero's goal. Get in there, my son. This Chelsea fan, are you making new accounts and coming back in here and putting random shit in here? Alex Rudd's on the case. He's going to delete you every time, pal. What are you doing? Sort your game out. Do you know what I mean? Do something better with your time. Romero with the ball up the top to Angel Gomez, the goal scorer. This time he knocks it out and it's a throw-in to Spurs. Make sure you come back on the channel after this stream's ended. Obviously, I will end this stream close to the end of the game. But I will be back with another live stream just to give you my thoughts and opinions, a bit more in-depth analysis of what's happened in the game after that. So don't go anywhere. Come back for the post-match show, which will just be a quick sort of 20 minutes or something going into it. If Henry is around, maybe I can get him on there. But if not, then I'll just be chatting some absolute COD for 20 minutes, going into Manchester United's performance, the individual performers in there, the result, etc. Oh, and Eriksson with a great little bit of skill tries to get the ball in. It's dealt with in the end by United's defence. Lindelof again gets his head on it. Fantastic performance from him. Second half, I'd say. Oh dear, Spurs have got a late chance here. Probably their last chance. They take a short corner. Heung-min Son on the ball. Edge of the area. It's a strike. It is blocked away. Get in there. I think it was Angel Gomez who got the block in, and he is blistering to close down Spurs' right winger there. And it's a deep ball in by Spurs into the back of the area. Oh, no! Oh! And they got a header on the ball, Lucas Moura, and it's almost gone in top bins. Very, very close. Romero sprawling to try and dive and save it. And thankfully, it's just gone about a foot wide. But that was dangerous. Romero perhaps had it covered anyway, but crikey. Get in there, my son. The full-time whistle. Have some of that, Spurs. Come on, United. We got the result. Good performance from United overall, you have to say. Really, really good, positive result to take in to the season with us. You know, you have to say Spurs are a good team. That was our biggest test of the pre-season. We've actually had a really good pre-season now. Get in there, you absolute beauty. Right, guys, thanks so much for joining me on this live stream. Do please chuck a like on this video before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. But stick around because after this stream ends right now, I will be doing a post-match video going into this game, analysing it a bit more, getting into it, mocking Henry, mocking Spurs fans, all that good stuff. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you very, very shortly. You've been watching Flying Pig United live stream. You stay classy. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you